Also, I have to say, this music is pretty good, the Gunslinger track. It's not as good as Bug Maze, but it definitely is a good song. That's all I will say. Right, time to do greens into blue, and okay, it's a 50-50. Let's try this one. Okay. Blue always leads to red, so green again. Uh, Logical sense, I would take the one that leads forward? No? Okay. Cool. I almost thought there was not going to be any more encounters, because it's been so long. Hey, look, Invermont. Dude, if you have a gun, you should show it like I do. Don't conceal it in your mouth. That's just cowardice. Because how am I supposed to know I brought a gun to a gunfight if you don't show the gun? Huh? Thought about that, Infamon? How am I supposed to know? Yeah, should have thought about that. I declare that I have a gun. Learn Black Skewer. I mean, just look at my, was it, Beelzemon's right arm? Yes, just look at his right arm. It's a giant gun. So you already know what he brings to this fight. Like, there's no way to doubt what he brings to the fight. And then he also has shotguns that look small on him. Okay, this is just two blue teleporters, man. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I think I'm supposed to take this other green one, this one. Yeah, that's more like it. Oh, it's just sleepy. Second floor. Look, a robot. Beep beep. Intruder alert, intruder alert. Removing them from the premise. Come on, Tin Man, I'll fight you. And I still understand how Junior is breathing in space. Because we are clearly are out in space. I mean, you can clearly see the Earth in the background of the fight. And okay, Renamon just decided to one-shot that Infamon. Oh, hey, look, Apocalypse, but he's called Apocarimon. And I honestly don't remember if Apocalypse is a Japanese name or if Apocarimon is a Japanese name. I honestly don't remember how it is with that. Since they like going back and forth between using dub names and sub and Japanese names in the Digimon franchise. So I honestly don't recall if Apocarimon is the original dub name or not. Apocalypse just sounds better off the tongue compared to Apocarimon. Right, that was 2F cleared. Hey look, another monitor. Why are you looking around, Junior? It's right there. Oh well. Yuki, because that's what I called you. This panel's alive. This should get rid of the block. Not sure why they would remove the block, but I guess they do. Did the block go away now? Well, obviously, it wouldn't make that sound if they didn't. Whee! And another block. How many green options? 2. I'm gonna try this one, the furthest away. Maybe. I mean, it's 50-50 right now. Oh, you're also here, Venomiotis. How convenient that all the major, well, villains from the Digimon anime are here. I guess you just have to squint with Infamon being the major villain. You just have to squint because they made the Abormon playable, so you just have to squint really hard to imagine that Infamon is the Abormon. And that Infamon was the one stabbed by Omnimon in the movie. You have to squint so hard your eyes will look like raisins afterwards. That's how hard you have to squint to be able to see that it's a Diaboromon and Infamon. Of course, I'm just being silly with your eyes turning into raisins when you squint. It doesn't matter if that happened in real life. I don't think anyone would ever squint ever again. But I don't know if I touched the correct one or not. No, no. Now it's a 20% chance that I get it correct. My gut tells me this one. Uh, was that was that good or bad? Um, uh, I I don't know. Is the answer? All right, this I recognize. So no, that was not correct. Hey, you're back in Vermont. You heard that I was making a joke about you, and you decided to take offense to that. How very normal of you to do that, in Vermont. Can't just take a joke for a joke. Also, Beelzemon, you have over 900 speed. Dodge stuff, man. Stop letting yourself get hit by everything. Oh, that's good. Did the disappointment go well for him? Okay, back here. Okay, that was clearly... Wait, it maybe was correct. I just took the wrong teleporter in that end? Okay, so I tried the one on the very top. Let's try this one. Well, there's a blue, so I guess correct? So much back and forth, and more blue, so yes, I've got the correct one. Well, hopefully he was sedated enough that he didn't really feel it when he pulled out the wiggly tooth, or that it was, well, loose enough that it didn't have to, pull hard. Yes, 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 you guys say the same thing as the other robot. Yeah, come on, I'm gonna kick your butt. But the player says something different though. So it's just a robot being, well, repetitive. And as always, with minions, they have the exact same things. Yeah, but this time Beelzemon decided to pull his punches a bit. Hey, thank you for dodging that, Beelzemon. You actually listened to my instructions with dodging stuff. The only reason I'm not using my newly learned technique, Black Skewer, is because everything I've been fighting are dark types. They are dark resistant. So it would be foolish of me to try out my new technique. Wow, don't use a darkness chaos and ow! What the heck, bro? What was that for? Why do you have to do over 1200 damage with that? Why, man? That was incredibly rude of you, Pokemon. Now be gone. Yeah, wow. The way I see it, the other Aegiosmon being in the game, I think one can say it was like a 50-50 of if they were to include all the other forms or not. The way I see it, because they could have gone either way. They could have gone with just keeping with the one that doesn't have a specific color designation, or go with all of them. He's not saying anything in me, that's why I didn't read. Did the block go away now? Okay, that's different. Instead of going, huh? This one went, Semantic, I suppose. Hey, look, I've been missing you, buddy. You are something I can use Black Skewer on. So let's try it out. Black Skewer! Rude. I mean, you still died, but you didn't have to block one of them. Ah, I can load Darkness Chaos. It wouldn't surprise me if they all only had Jupitermon. Because if one remembers how the original Cyber Sleuth did it, then they had that Hackmon was the only one that could become Jesmon. And that Jesmon only came from Hackmon. So I wouldn't be surprised if Time Stranger made it so all the Aegiosmon could only become Jupitermon. It wouldn't surprise me if they did. Now I'm gonna be an optimist and think they didn't do that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Yeah, they added into Hacker's memory. Ha 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 ha. What can a small fly like you do? Don't you usually say small fry? Isn't that usually the saying and not small fly? I mean, I know the Japanese can't really distinct between L and R in the same way because it's interchangeable, but come on. You should know your own phrases, translator. You don't say small fly, you say small fry. What the heck, man? You have to copy the Japanese with making L and R interchangeable. Why, Lord Megadeath, and beyond that warp gate. Now come, strongest tamer, and feel my strength. Yeah, right. You're all talk and no walk. Yeah, I know small fly technically works, but just since the phrasing is small fry, it just feels off saying small fly. But that's only because fly has multiple meanings. Since fly isn't always just the insect, fly is just also, well, what a fly can do. Fly. Right, Gunslinger 2F. How am I still in 2F? Surely this can't still be second floor. I mean, it looks different. Oh my god, the stairs are shaking. It was a trap. What is happening? More shaking. Alright, the satellite is doing something fishy. This is the regular ending, not the post-game stuff yet. This is regular ending. So this is all the thing that will be in the American version as well. Hurry, we have to defeat Lord Megadeath and get everyone back. Yeah, I understand, Flygon. Even more shaking. What the? Hello, Sterling. Perfect timing. I'm now fighting an Armageddon. Which, if you play the American version, this is the only time you would encounter an Armageddon. However, in the European version, you can encounter Armageddon in the post game. Also, I'm not the only one that thinks Armageddon is a little bit too gummy in this game. Like, he should be more teeth, not so much gum compared to teeth. Like, he barely looks like he has any teeth in this game. Like, they're so tiny. Why did they screw up Armageddon's teeth so badly? You know what? This is... Nah, I'm not gonna showcase a DNA version against Armageddon. I can count me down to oblivion, yes. Let's punch him in the snout. That always works. He has a lot of HP. Now. Hey, counter. Smack. Yeah, that helped. Counterattacking his giant fireball. Yeah. And Armageddon's supposed to be like a mini boss. That's why he has so much HP. He's supposed to be like a mini boss. So he's a big pushover from mini boss though. So he's like the smallest of mini boss because he only gives 279 experience. Which is almost the same as a Black Scorpiomon. Yeah, that was Armageddon. Time to face off against Lord Megadeath. Yes, I'll be using all three of my partners against Lord Megadeath. You finally arrived, strongest tamer of all. Lord Megadeath, who are you? I am a digital life form born inside a network, and I am the one to replace humans as the ruler of all worlds. That's why you formed the AOA? Yes, to create the loyal and most powerful Digimon, Snatchmon. Snatchmon? I never heard of it. Snatchmon is born when Venmon has absorbed large quantities of matrix data in Digivolves. You have seen it. Those that had their matrix data sucked out and turned into Digimon. What the? So that's what Oinkmon are? When Gunslinger launches a digitide wave, matrix data from all life forms will be sent, and then Snatchmon will indeed be the strongest. And as Snatchmon's tamer, I will rule the world with fear and despair. Yeah, right, I won't let you. That is why you will battle with me, to prove that I am the strongest tamer. Yeah, bring it on. Alright, time to hear this music again. Fujinmon. I believe this is literally the only video game Fujinmon is in. Because Fujinmon is in mobile games, but mobile games don't count. And Fujinmon is pretty darn cool. I don't understand why they haven't used Fujinmon in any other game. It's such a waste. Especially since they have Justimon in every game, and, well, Justimon can wield Fujinmon's arms. So if Fujinmon is in the game, so if Justimon is in, so should Fujinmon. Yeah, exactly. A good alternate Terriermon Mega as well. Okay, you are fine with darkness power, I see. Yeah, hitting that barely was an ow. Man, you are bulky Fujinmon. I know you like the penultimate fight before the final boss, but man, are you bulky. Even my counter barely did any damage. I just keep trying Black Skewer, I suppose. Alright, never mind. I clearly need to boost my strength, though. Mega Strength away! That was exactly why I brought... Ow. That's a very meta Cyclone, I suppose. But it can be countered, so you fool. Alright. One last Mega Strength. There we go. Yeah, I agree. The other two forms aren't as cool as Fujinmon, I agree. But still, it's just fair. I mean, if you have Fujinmon, you should have the other three as well. Speaking of, here's Sujinmon. Yeah, tag. You are it, Paladin mode. Obliterate this fool with Impact Rush. How? Ah, only blocked half of them. I was hoping I was gonna block all of them. Impact Rush time. The best technique in the game. Yeah, you see that? That almost one-shot him. That's how powerful Impact Rush is. Granted, I am +2. Thank you, blocked all 4. Thank you, Sabuza. Let's say, granted, I'm boosted from Mega Strength, but still, I would probably do like half still, even without the boost from the Impact Rush, or from the Mega Strength when using Impact Rush. And now we have Raijinmon, the most common of Justimon arms, the Blitz arm. I don't know why they're obsessing with using Raijinmon's arm for Justimon all the time, compared to Fujinmon and Sujinmon's arm. Like, I don't understand why Raijinmon's arm is the default Justimon. Speaking of, I am going to showcase one of the DNA Digivolutions right now. The one between Imperial Dramon Paladin Mode and Diaboromon. On Raijinmon, I think they're supposed to be cannons, I think. I'm not entirely sure. But let's show who Diaboromon and Paladin Mode DNA Digivolve into in this game. I'm excited. There, Ancient Greymon. Yep, he's in the game just to do this. Spew fire, and how dare you, Raijinmon? How dare you ruin Ancient Greymon's cool boom moment? That was so rude of you, Raijinmon. How dare you ruin Ancient Greymon's limelight like that? Who do you think you are, doing that to poor Ancient Greymon? He's barely in games as is. You don't have to do this to him. You've made this little tiny quacks, this little quack very angry. Right. Can I finish off with Ancient Greymon? Or will you just block it again like a jerk, Raijinmon? Now come on, let me have a cool finisher to this fight. With Ancient Greymon doing the final hit. Come on. Thank you. Maybe they're not supposed to be cannons. Maybe they're just lightning ports? Because on the backside now I see that they have one of them is plus, the other is minus. Yes, there are two others frontier sneak peeks in the DNA Digivolve forms that I will showcase once I'm done with the final boss fight. Because I can show all of the DNA Digivolutions, because I've gotten all of the combos. Alright, cool, random leveled up. That's very fitting that she leveled up on the penultimate fight. So, Lord Megadeath, you still think you're all that? Of course, that was only a test. I still have the most powerful Digimon, Snatchmon. Which, wait, not to be one of those. Snatchmon has a cool design, but the name Snatchmon, it sounds like it's something that the LGBTQ plus community would love and would misunderstand with the name Snatch and then Mon. So yeah, it's an unfortunate name, Snatchmon. You will soon learn what true terror is. What? Is Snatchmon gonna say slay and okr or what? Is that one gonna terror? Is that the terror you're talking about? Hey, you're not getting away.